Hi, I'm Mark, and in this video, I'm going to take a look at the adult server Gibcraft, or Gibcraft. I'm not sure. I think it's Gibcraft. It's G-I-B Craft. Now, if you want to find out more about this server, go to gibcraft.com, and there's a lot of information there. There's also live maps that you can take a look at to get a little better idea of the server. And also, if you want to look at this server yourself, you can go in as a guest and walk around. But this video is going to be better than doing that. So check it out. When you first come on to the server, this is what you're going to find. It's got all sorts of information, but the biggest one that you want to pay attention to here is start. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to an area right below, 2 seconds, go, right below spawn. And there's spawn right up there. Must be almost dead noon. That's cool. It's an eclipse. It's an eclipse. Cool. Anyhow, it's gonna get you there. Now you've got some options here. You can go to Atlantis, or you can get info, or you can go to the wilderness. Bum bum bum. Now this is a pretty big map, so you probably don't want to walk to Atlantis. And thankfully, there's teleport commands. Now I'm gonna look on my list here. We're going to go to the main center of commerce, which is Atlantis. So we'll say warp Atlantis. Bink. We're going to teleport in 2 seconds. All right. So here we are in the main center of commerce. Let me up my render distance so you can get a really good idea of what's going on. It's nice to have a boss computer that I can crank it up on. All right. So here is their main center of commerce, which is really a cool area. It's still kind of small. Well, not actually. The area is not that small, but the amount of buildings, hello chicken, the amount of buildings that they've got is still pretty meager. Now they just switched from an older server to this one. So it's still a fairly youthful server, which is cool because you can get in and be a part of a server that's building and growing. Now I've been on here quite a few times and there are always a good group of people on here. So definitely you're not going to be alone like a lot of servers out there. There is information on the website about some of the restrictions, some of the things they do, how they do it, blah, blah, blah. And you can check that out for yourself. I'm not going to get into that. But one of the funner things that I found is McDonald's, which is just vanished. That was kind of cool. McDonald's, boom, the sign disappears. The golden disappearing arches. Come on back, come on back. There you go. The McDonald's over here is very cool. But there are a lot of other very cool builds that we can get to. Now, one of the things you're going to get to are these store plots. You can request that you can build on these store plots, which is really kind of cool. Let me see if I can find some empty ones. I think I can out here. Now, you can request to build your own store or your own shop or whatever the case may be. And you can see it's all available for you. Now, an interesting thing about Atlantis is it's actually built in the ocean. So, it's a little platform, well, not so little, but a platform on top of the ocean, which makes it unique. The only thing that I'm not real fond of is how flat it is. I think it would be cooler to have a major city that's almost like, San Francisco, that's built into the contours and things like that. But, you know, there's a certain cool factor in this method as well. Now, there are a few buildings you can warp to in here, things that you would want to get to on a regular basis. One of them is, let's do this. My phone keeps going to sleep here. Okay, let's warp to the bank. Well, that's pretty silly. Warp bank. I don't know who comes up with these things. 2 seconds, gotta always wait 2 seconds. So here we are in the bank. And I'm not exactly sure how their monetary system works here, but one thing I did find is the donation chest. That's where I got a lot of my own stuff here. There are plenty of things that you can get right when you start the game or start the server by going to the bank. So definitely stop at the bank, get some stuff. The rest of the monetary system, I'm not exactly sure how it works. I haven't looked into it yet, but I think that's part of the fun, is figuring that out as well. So this is the bank, yeah. And let's warp someplace else here. Let's say we go to let's go to Trampoline. Trampoline's very cool. Trampoline is a local bar. Whoops. Gotta say warp Trampoline. Sorry about that. Warp Trampoline. I gotta think about how to spell trampoline here. There we go. 2 seconds. All right, so this is the bar. Kind of a cute little bar, tables, blah, 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 which is kind of cool. But the coolest part is the trampoline. Walk out here, and you jump. Boing! Cool, huh? Gives you a good idea of what Atlantis is like. You can see that it's built out almost like a man-made island here. You can see the shape of it. If you look on the map, you'll be able to get a better idea of the shape of Atlantis. So yeah, that's kind of the quick overview. Get it? Overview? I guess that kind of works. So let's stop jumping around here, and let's move on to something else. Goodbye, Trampoline. You were fun. Let's see, where should we go next? Let's go to the maze. So we're going to say res TP maze. And here we are at the maze entrance. Now let's go over the top of the maze, because you got to get an idea of what this place is like. It's pretty amazing. There are actually some pretty amazing builds out here in general, but this maze is really amazing. I couldn't resist. Anyhow, I built the maze from The Shining in one of my other servers, and I was amazed at how difficult it is to build a maze. It's a lot of counting and a lot of paying attention and things like that. But here is the maze. This one is about double the size of the one I built, which is really cool. I did try going through this maze, finally got frustrated enough with how hard it was, and gave up. So how's that? Don't like something that's too hard? Give up. But it'd be definitely worth the effort to come and work your way through it. You can see there are some other buildings here. This area, I can't recall exactly what it's called. It's Wizards something. And they've got the 2 towers here, or kind of 2 tower wannabes. Let's do a little purling here. Let's see if we can find some of this stuff. Oh, I think I just purled into the maze. Yep. Ah! Purling. I love purling. Walking is for peasants. Okay, we don't want to be down there. Let's try this. We'll get over here. Oh, that's a good way to die. We almost did. Let's eat a little something before I kill myself here. All right. So I think that's enough purling around. To get an idea of some of these buildings and how nice they are. The 2 towers aren't rendering in. They must be pretty far away from me right now. But I love the style, kind of the medieval style of this area. Oh, there's one. Check this out. And there's 2 of them. I don't know where the other one is. I think it's right over there. But they have the 2 towers. Now, I'm not sure if they really are scale to the 2 towers in Lord of the Rings, but it doesn't look like it. But they are still pretty cool. All right, let's move on to another area. Let's try Lake Town. Warp Lake Town. 2 seconds. Always 2 seconds. Gotta wait 2 seconds. Come on. There we go. Now we are in Lake Town. Now you're thinking, oh, this must be pretty cool, huh? Well, Lake Town still has some building to do. I came here just recently thinking, oh, Lake Town, that sounds wild. Yeah, there's some sheep here. I think those are the only residents. But I think it's definitely going to grow up, and we're going to see a lot more here. So keep your eyes on Lake Town. Moving right along, let's go to the end. We're going to warp end. Commencing in 2 seconds. All right, we are in the Enderman grinder. That's it. That's all you got in the end here. Nothing too much to see. However, there is food for when your hunger goes down. If you weren't aware of this, killing Endermen can really burn up a lot of food. So you want to make sure you have food readily available in your Ender grinder. This is about it. It's nothing exciting to see, but it's nice to have a warp to it. Let's move on. Let's go to the, well, we're not going to go to the wither, the safe room for the wither. Let's see, let's go to the Nether Grinder. Now this was interesting. Let's see if it still happens. TP, Nether Grinder. And here we are at the Nether Grinder. Now, it was actually, I take it back, I was thinking that this was where I got attacked by zombie pigmen, but no, this is safe here. Definitely looks like we're up on the roof of the Nether. This is a bug that I think they're going to be, or not a bug, it's a feature that they're going to be getting rid of in future versions, but we shall see. But a lot of opportunity to rack up some XP and get some drops. So, as a matter of fact, that's where I got my bow from. So moving right along, one last stop, we are going to warp to the post office. Warp, post office. Let's see, is that 2 words? Post office, 1 word. 2 seconds. There we go. And we are in the post office. Now the post office is a place where you can have chests that are available for everybody so that you can get items and other things, messages perhaps, to other people. It's nothing overly exciting. I've seen much cooler post offices, but this one works. I don't mean cooler in a bad kind of way. I mean like massive kind of cooler. This one's pretty good size though. And you know what? That's about it. The server is young. It's got a long way to go yet. And that can be a good thing and a bad thing. If you're looking for a server that's all built up and really cool and it's got all this neat stuff, this might not be for you. There's still a long way to go. But on the other hand, this is a great server to build into and to make new friends and just be part of the whole growth of the server, which is pretty cool. So would I recommend Gibcraft? Heck yeah, it's a very cool server. Definitely worth taking and going in as a guest and checking it out. So if you liked what you saw today, please leave a comment or leave a like, or best of all, subscribe. Now, before I say my typical tagline, again, the address is Gibcraft, GIBCRAFT.com. And you can go check this all out for yourself. Now remember, if you didn't like what you saw today, keep it to yourself. Thanks for watching.